Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live of the Greenleaf review, which we are going to discuss tonight, season 4, episode 9. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope all is well with everybody. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. It is Halloween Eve. And do you guys feel like some of the parents that I've spoken with regarding the holiday, my children are too old to go trick-or-treating. So I don't have to deal with the, the trick-or-treating and all that kind of stuff this year. But a lot of them was like, dang, man, I hate trick-or-treating. I hate taking my kid. I hope it snows. I hope we have a blizzard. And I'm like, for real? I don't know. I never felt that way when I was younger. I mean, when my kids was younger, I never felt like, oh my God, it's trick or treat. I don't want to go trick or treating. I was that parent who was always up there, looking for real cool costumes and buying them all kind of buckets and pails and trying to, map out which neighborhoods we're going to, the biggest houses and where we get the biggest candy bars. And I'm like, these parents nowadays, they all like, all the ones that have talked to me about the holiday, like, I hope it snows really bad so we ain't got to take the kids. I'm like, oh, poor kids. Hey, Torres, what's up? Hey, I'm Too Fly. How y'all doing? Happy Halloween, everybody. And also, before we start the live, I just want to give a sincere rest in power to John Witherspoon. A lot of you have already heard that he passed away this morning. I don't know the exact time, but I saw it this morning on the news on MSN and, all over the place after that. But they said he was 77 years old. A lot of people know John Witherspoon from Friday, but he has played in a lot of movies, from way back before Friday. So rest in power, John Witherspoon. You will be dearly missed. I know I had posted something earlier on my social media about the movie Friday, because for like the last 3, 4, 5 years, we heard rumors of it being another Friday, the final Friday, to the series. And it was supposed to be called Last Friday. And so I had made a post saying I really hope that that they managed to, if they have been filming it, if they managed to capture some scenes with him in it, because I just can't think of watching the Last Friday segment, without Pops. So anyway, sincere rest in power again, and my condolences to the family, his friends, his loved ones, children, co-stars, all that. So yeah, so that was a hard one, y'all. A lot of people are really tripping out about, his death already. So I cannot imagine what the funeral is going to look like. I mean, I cannot imagine. This man has been in the entertainment business for decades, like for a long time. So I know that's going to be some packed out funeral. And that's if they don't do it private. But if they do it private, they'll probably have like, how they have something for the friends and families at least, and then have like a private ceremony for the really close friends and family. But either way, God bless his family. Yes, rest up. You said bang, bang, bang. My oldest son, I don't know how many times I told him when he was growing up that phrase from Friday, you live to fight another day. And so it was so crazy because my oldest son posted on his Facebook page today that same exact post. He said, you live to fight another day. And I'm like, that's crazy, because I told him that all through his life, okay, the object of life is try to get back home every day, safe and sound. So he was huge. But yes, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are caught up with Greenleaf, but the last episode of Greenleaf was really, really good. So we're going to jump right into that and discuss that. And everybody, make sure on your way in, you hit the like button, share the video. And also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And also, I do have my Cash App up as usual, just in case, anybody want to donate a little gift to the channel. It's not required, but it's appreciated. But anyway, y'all, this last episode of Greenleaf, I don't know where we should start. Where should we start? I almost want to start from the ending of the TV show, but I'm going to start with Grace. Now, Grace, she's dealing with right now the fact that Philip found out from Charity that Grace lied to the cops about AJ, her son, her newfound son, that she gave up for adoption years ago when she was 18 years old. Before she went to college, she got pregnant, gave her child away. He found her. And so she, gave him an alibi. He begged her to give him an alibi because the police was trying to arrest him, saying that he had robbed a pharmacy, a lot of pills or a lot of medicine from a pharmacy, and they had him on camera. And he begged her to lie and say that he was with her, the prior night before. So she did. And she was like, you know what? I believe you. So I'm going to do this. Although she's a pastor of a huge church, she, felt like she trusted him for some reason, even though she's only known the boy for a couple of weeks, a month or so. And she put her career on the line. She put her freedom on the line and everything, and lied to the popos. But do y'all think, you said you haven't watched it in a while, to Fly? It's been really good lately. Really, really good. I do recommend binge watching it. I think there's only a few more episodes in this season, but yes, I definitely do recommend binge watching it before the next season starts. But for right now, Charity, her sister, set her up, because Charity, I don't know if she's being hoodwinked by Philip or not, or if, it's a lot of people, on either side. Some people saying Philip might be really serious about her, and other people like Philip, he's tricking her. Charity's bamboozled. She's been, tricked. She's being used. She's just, and I, for some reason, have a small hope that he really does care for her the way that he says he does. In this last episode, we saw how she was really concerned because of the fact when him and her was at dinner over steaks, they was eating steaks and sushi and everything, which was actually Judy's idea. It was actually Judy's idea. She's jealous. She thinks that the reason why Philip won't get back with her is because she's white and Charity's black. And she feels like he needs to be with his people, per se, since he's trying to become, head pastor of the church. And she feels that he would prefer to have a black woman on his arms if he does get the opportunity to take over the church. Besides that, she's not even fully divorced anyway, because her husband just signed the divorce papers last week. So she was like, okay, well, if you're really serious about this, girl, you just not using her. then let's all meet up for dinner. He didn't want to, but she kept pressing, and he just gave in, because then she hit him with the, well, if you really want me to help you, if you really want me on your side to help my father, help you get to church, let's do dinner. And while over dinner, she was being so shady. I was like, oh my God, Judy, so shady. She is shady. She's jealous. She's envious. She wants to be in Charity's shoes so badly. She's up there talking about, oh my gosh, not too many men, how to treat, two women, let alone one woman, and Charity was like, oh yeah, my man knows how to treat a woman. And Judy gonna say, don't I know it? Charity was like, what, sus? What you say? Don't you know what? Don't you know who? Is there something y'all need to let me know? And he was like, oh, nothing. She's just trying to say she's been knowing me for years because I've been working with her father and da. And then Judy bust out with, oh, you ain't told her? You ain't told her about us? You mean to tell me she don't know? Man, that Judy. Some women do anything to break up a relationship. Do anything, even if they can't have the man back, they do anything, sending them messages on Facebook, in the DMs, trying to, friend them on Facebook with fake Facebook pages, anything to throw salt on the men's game. But anywho, Charity, she needed to be convinced that he wasn't trying to just, drag her along and, use her up for his own good. She really feels like she loves him. And I'm starting to think, like, I don't know, like this last episode, he gave her a key to his apartment and told her, you can go in my apartment, but this is what you're going to find. You might find this, you might find that, but you aren't going to find any proof that he's basically, with somebody else, or sleeping around or cheating on her or anything like that. So what do you guys think? Do y'all think that he really still is just looking out for himself and playing Charity to the left? Or do you think that it's a possibility that he really does have feelings deep down inside for Charity, and he wants to be lead pastor and he wants her to be the assistant pastor? So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. And then in the previews, did y'all see he had bought her a ring? He's supposed to be proposing to her. And I'm like, he's going really far if he's just trying to get her to just believe that he wants her. I mean, that's really far. Like, the key is one thing. To most guys, that would have been enough. Here, baby, here's the key. Come and go as you please. Because men who gonna do something, they don't care if you got the key or not, because they just won't come home to do what they want to do. They'll go over to female's house. They go to that bra's house, or they'll go to a hotel or in an alley somewhere in the backseat of the car, at their friend's house. Let me borrow your house for a minute. But yeah, Charity is all in. And when she found out from her dad last episode that he wants her to put off her relationship with Philip until Grace, became head pastor, till everything goes through, that's when she was like, go forward, Philip. Go forward with that tape and put some pressure on it. Hey, Ms. Hong, how you doing? You don't trust Phil? I'm too fly. It does. Some people is like, oh, he really, like, some people are really, really, going for or cheering, rooting for Philip and Charity. But then some people is like, oh, nah. He's hurting her. He's going to betray her. He's going to hurt her, and Charity is going to get exactly what she's asking for. Basically, you up there backstabbing your own family member, underneath them, taking the pulpit from your own sister, just so this man could be lead pastor and you could possibly be assistant pastor. So she deserves to be hurt and mistreated by Philip. But I don't know, y'all. For some reason, I feel like, well, maybe there's a possibility. But then, have y'all ever seen the TV show 90 Day Fiance? Have y'all ever seen that show where some people be just dragging people on? Yeah, we gonna get married. They propose, they plan the date, they get the rings and all this kind of stuff. And then the marriages just be like, oh my God, or they don't get married. That reminds me of that when I heard that they on the preview that he was going to propose to her. I'm like, what? He is really trying. He is really trying, because some of them people on 90 Day Fiance, they just be trying to hold these people, on a rope so they don't go anywhere, and make them believe that they're really in love with them. They really want to marry them because they're trying to get something out of them. So I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. If y'all think he's sincere, if y'all think he's full of ish. But as far as you said, 98, man, that show is crazy, Miss Hall. And you know what? I haven't watched that in a while. I need to get caught up on that. I think that's a great show to binge watch. And I heard it's on Netflix. I haven't watched it in a while now. I'm not positive it's on Netflix. That's what I heard. So I might have to check that out tomorrow and watch that while I'm working throughout the day. I'll check Netflix and Hulu, but I'm sure I can get it on cable too. But anywho, 90 Day Fiance, that's I don't know what's that show, or what's the other one? Love After Lockup. Is that what it's called? That's another crazy show. I stopped watching both of those a while back, but I think I need to get back into those. We might have to do some reviews on those shows. But y'all, okay, let's see. Who we gonna talk about next? Okay. Connie. Now, they managed to persuade Grace and Judy, and Connie managed to persuade Clara, which I believe is Korea's grandmother. Yeah, I think that's her grandmother. They managed to persuade her to agree to the 50-50, to the 12 seats on the board, right? But then I'm like, why is Grace pleading with Clara, when Lady May and them don't want them to be on the board? I didn't quite understand it. Hold on, where's my charger? Does my charger get taken out of my phone? Okay, I gotta charge my phone up. I gotta charge the computer up. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, Lady May, I was like, you say you love after lockup. That one is a hot mess too. When I first was watching that show, I could not believe what was going on. Man, the cord is all the way down here. Hold on. I'm going under. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't believe the things that people were doing after while their mates was locked up in prison, buying cars, moving across the country, planning weddings while they still locked up, and all kind of stuff like that. You said you didn't get the board thing. Yeah, I was quite confused, but then I was like, afterwards when they showed, is it plugged up? Afterwards when they showed Grace and May on the phone, and May was like, did you get her to sign? And then she told Grace, her daughter, that Bishop James was going to, try to get to Connie. And I'm like, hold up, but Connie and Grace and Judy was just persuading Clara to agree to giving away 12 seats on the board. And I was like, okay. Something's really weird going on. But do y'all agree with Lady May? She was so upset with so upset with Bishop, because she told him, try to get Connie, try to get her to see the light. to see that this maybe not be the best thing for the church, but do not bring up the fact that they have proof that she received a bribe from H&H. But, he tried to talk to her and it wasn't working. So he was like, you know what? We have proof that you received a bribe. And she was like, oh, come on now. What is this, a conspiracy? You guys are trying anything you can think of, woo, 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 woo. And then he told her, we got proof. You received a bribe. It was deposited into the bank on this day. It was then transferred to, your account on this day. And then it was paid out to your daughter on this day. And she was like, oh, well, see what had happened. He was like, yeah, what had happened is if you agree to this merger, to these 12 seats, to this 50-50, we're going to have to release this information that you accepting bribes from H&H because that is illegal. But then Lady May, she didn't want him to do that. She didn't want him to go that route because she knows that blackmail is also illegal. And Lady May wants her hands back on that church so doggone bad. She can taste it. So she's trying to do everything in her power the right way to get the church back so that I don't know if she wants him to be lead pastor again or if Lady May still wants to be lead pastor. I don't think Lady May, she needs to just sit on the pew with her little nice, beautiful outfit on, her stilettos, and her big church hat with her handkerchief in her little pocket. I think that's where Lady May belongs. Maybe in the choir if she can hold a tune, but I don't think that she needs to be anywhere in the pulpit. You said Connie was, yeah, she was. Connie was more than pressed. She is pissed off. She is like, hold up. She rushed back and she made sure she hurried up and told Philip what was going on. And so they're like, okay. What can we do to make a blackmailer happy? And they was like, maybe we can make it 40-60. They're like, we could change it to 40-60 instead of, 50-50. And I'm like, really? Now, Lady May done already said, it can't be 50-50 because where would God fit if it was 50-50? We have to leave room for God. That was so funny. I think she said that last episode. She was like, there's no such thing as 50-50 because you have to leave a place in there for God to do what he has to do. And so God can run things. Yeah, she just wants to be important. That's what I really feel too, that she just wants to be important. That's the real reason why she's trying to really, run the church. But yeah, I can't see her running that church. Not at all. Not at all. But as far as Carissa, Carissa, Jacob needs a new wife. Jacob needs a new wife. Carissa is a hotmess.com. Not only did she try to break in to their safe on the last episode and steal some documents from the safe in order to, give Fernando some information because she was still trying to find out what percentage of the house of their will be left to Jacob and her. And so when she asked him, please find out from your mom, who would the house go to if they were to pass away? He was like, no, I'm not doing that. That's disrespectful. I'm not just going to my mom, when you die, do I get the house? He was like, no, I'm not asking her. He said, but you can, and I will keep you in my prayers. He was like, basically, I will pray for you. Like Lady May told Connie Sykes last episode, she said, go with God. Did I say it right, y'all? Lady May be cracking me up. She said, go with God. You said Carissa gets on my like, Carissa. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking now. She found out from Lady May, and it's kind of like a duh moment. Like she should have assumed what Lady May said. Uh Jacob's getting the house, Charity, and Grace. I mean, they have 3 kids. So the house is gonna be left to all of them. And of course, how it usually goes with families, they either sell the house and split the profit, 3 ways, or so everybody gets the same amount, or somebody stays in the house or they rent out the house, or she said go with God. Oh my God, that was so funny. I was hollering when she told Connie Sykes that. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, Carissa should have known that the house was going to be divided equally between the kids, but she had to hear it for herself. And then she approached Grace with the mess, trying to find out, well, exactly how much is it worth, or how much is it? And did y'all hear her asking Grace, how did she get her cash? Or where did she get her cash from? Grace was like for real? You inquiring about your in-laws' will? You being sneaky, trying to break into their you're trying to break into the safe to steal documents. Now you telling Grace, well, how did you get your money? Because Grace was like, well, if you want, you can buy back the shares, or I could sell the shares, or I could buy the shares, or whatever. And she's sitting there like, hold up, where you get some money from? Where you get some money from? But no, Grace didn't tell her. She didn't tell her. I'm like, but dang, you a nosy heifer. Like, all this just so she can get her own piece of house. All this so she can get her own piece of house. Now, she already, and see this, she's just being greedy. She's being greedy because Fernando had given her a check for the land. Now, she was unsatisfied with how much that check was. So then he basically blackmailed her and gave her some more money if she slept with him, which she has done several times, by the way. I don't know how many times she's going to have to continually sleep with him in order to pay off that money, because she's hoeing around and he's her trick. But she's a nasty heifer. But anyway, so he gave her some more money. She's still not satisfied because the place that she wants to move to with Jacob and their 2 kids, I guess it must be a really, really fancy house. Now, she showed Jacob the house, on the computer, but I really wish they would go to this house and show us the property and all the land, because I don't remember them doing that. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing the actual property or seeing them walk in it or walk around it or anything like that. I would love to see this house that is so wonderful that she had to sacrifice her Mary cookies to get that money from Fernando. Greedy and dumb and greedy. You right, Miss Hogg. You is right. And then she wants to give this information about the house to Fernando as well. But if she sold their shares to Fernando, then H&H will own like a certain percentage of Bishop James and May's house. Or should I say their property? I'm like, oh, this is worth a piece of house, Carissa? Dang, shoot. All I need is for me, I need a little house with a couple of bedrooms, maybe a bathroom and a half, 2 bathrooms, upstairs, finished basement, a little yard, I'm like, that's why I'm like, I really want to see that house that she's trying to get, because she didn't put everything on the line. She didn't put her marriage on the line by now. Her relationship with Lady May was already horrible. I mean, Lady May slapped the taste out of her mouth a couple of weeks ago because Carissa called her some bees and some other, other foul, ungodly language. But But now she's putting her body, she's sacrificing her body. And then did you see her in the bed with Jacob? Now picture this, y'all. I was watching it while I was working, right? So, you know, when I'm watching TV shows while I'm working, my TV is kind of behind me from my computer desk area. So I don't be watching every single thing, but I'll be listening. And when I heard her and Jacob making out or whatever the heck they was doing in the sheets, I thought it was her and Fernando. Before I heard Jacob's voice, I was like, dang, they doing it again? Like, how many times she gonna commit adultery? And then I turned around and I saw that she was with Jacob. I'm like, dang, he can't tell the difference. They really must not have it, you know, as often as married couples probably should have, because I'm like, you can't tell the difference. I don't know. Jacob's naive. He needs a whole new wife. Just throw the whole woman away. He needs a whole new wife. But as far as who else I wanted to talk about? Sophia. Do y'all think Sophia is wrong? Do y'all agree with Zora that Sophia's been a hoe? I don't agree with Zora, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Zora and Nikki, you know, they came up with the idea to crash Dante, which is Nikki's ex, to crash his, you know, soft opening for his new sports bar. And Nikki was kind of in her feelings because she wasn't invited. I mean, she is the ex. She is the ex, and he has an ex, but she still felt like, you know, she should be there. So anyway, her and Zora came up with the idea to crash his soft opening party. They get all up in there and see he got Sophia, Zora's cousin, on his shoulders, on his arms, and they all, you know, booed up and everything, looking all cozy and smosy and everything. And Nikki, right away realized what was going on. And it was funny because Sophia, when she was leaving, she said, you know what, she didn't want to, I think they were supposed to be watching movies or something together, her, Sophia, and Zora, something like that. And Sophia was like, no, I want to get out the house. I want some fresh air. I want some, because she was trying to sneak off to the soft opening to be with Dante. Now, I don't think anything's wrong with what Sophia is doing, because what does she owe to Nikki? Not a doggone thing. Nikki ain't her friend. She ain't her cousin. She's not her sister. She's not her she doesn't owe her anything. They not like, they associates. And the only reason why she even knows her is because Zora's letting her live with her in a house that Zora doesn't even own. I don't understand. See, this what I don't get. I still don't get that part. Because if I have a house, I don't care how big it is, and I got a little house behind a big house like Oprah got, and I told my child or my grandchild he could stay there, I don't mean your homies. I don't mean your friends, your college roommates, your girlfriend. You can stay in that little house behind the big house, you know. But anyway, she done let Nikki move in after Dante broke up with her. She done let her move in and everything. Like, they roommates, like they've been knowing each other for years. And I'm like, how you gonna come at your own cousin and call her a hoe? And because her and Dante is dating, like, she don't owe Nikki anything at all. So but I saw somewhere on some blogs that people were saying, Sophia, that's messed up. How you gonna betray your family, and how you gonna? I'm like, what? Come on, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anywho. So I guess we're gonna see how that works out. You know, they got in a little scuffle, and then Zora and Nikki, they got thrown out the party and everything. But I guess we'll see how that works out in the end. But this AJ, y'all. AJ. Let's talk about him real quick. You said, why is Nikki there anyway in the little house? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, she was traveling around with Dante because, you know, he's plays for, you know, the NBA. And so basically where he goes, she wanted to go. You know, she was one of those, I believe, a groupie turned girlfriend. I think that's what had happened. But then they broke up because of the fact that she was upset because he got benched. And now I think he's about to be off the bench, though, because he's going to control. Oh, that's what I want. Ooh, I'm so glad I brought them up. Okay, we're going to get back to that. But real quick, because I don't want to lose this thought. Now, you saw how Dante told Jacob, you know what? The GM said, you know, the NBA team, you know, the Devils said that, you know, some charity work, some charitable donations, you know, something like that, you know, something that he can do in the public to get praise from the public, you know, might help him get off the bench faster. So since Jacob brought it up a few weeks ago, man, maybe, you know, you can donate to my wife's school to get him off the hook, because, you know, him and his wife was beefing about the will and stuff. And at first at first Dante was like, nah, forget that. Then it was Nikki. Everybody just trying to use me for my money and all that kind of stuff. But now he figures that it would be an advantage to him. It would be an advantage to Jacob and Carissa and the school, right? How much you want to bet Carissa's going to pocket that check? Y'all let me know. Are y'all like, am I reaching, or have y'all thought about that? The money that he's going to donate to the school where Carissa is the principal. Since she's so money hungry and so greedy and needs all this money, investigating the wills and who's going to own the house if May and them die, like, how much y'all want to bet that check will never reach the school? I can almost bank on that. Y'all let me put it in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about that, because that was the first thing I thought of when Jacob was like, oh my God, that would be wonderful. That, you know, thanks, you know, whatever. But yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. But, you know, as far as, you know, back to Sophia and Zora, as far as, you know, Nikki, the whole reason why she had broke up with him in the first place again was because he had gotten a fight, and he got benched for getting a fight, and it went viral. It went all over, you know, YouTube and social media, whatever. And so as far as her staying in that house with Zora, when she first came there after she was dumped, she had her suitcases. Zora told her to come on in, you know, make herself at home. I don't think she's trying to leave. I don't think Nikki's trying to leave. I don't know where her family at, where her friends. I don't know where she came from, where she used to live. None of that. But now she lives with the Greenleafs in the little house behind the big house. Lord have mercy. But yeah, that Nikki, she's crazy. She's really childish and immature anyway. So Sophia, even sometimes she gets on my nerves a little bit. But you know, I can't give her too much flack because of the fact that she hasn't been the same since she lost her baby. Not her baby, but she hasn't been the same since she had was it ovarian cancer? I think it was. And they had to remove her ovaries, I think it was. And then they had told her that she couldn't get married. So she kind of like was, why God do this to me? Why God? And she stopped going to church, you know, stop praying, stop reading her Bible, all this kind of stuff. So she ain't been the same quite since then. So I try not to give her too much flack, but she still gets on my nerves sometimes. You said, but she's going to be busted. You talking about Nikki? Oh, you talking about ovaries. Yep, that's what it was. She had her ovaries removed because she had ovarian cancer. She had some cyst or something on her that they said was cancerous or could be cancer or something. But yeah, so she can't have any children. But you said she's gonna get busted. You talking about Carissa, Jacob's wife? I hope she gets busted. I hope she gets busted in everything. I mean, with messing around with Fernando and everything. I hope she gets busted because they need to throw the whole Carissa away, throw the whole wife away, and we need to find him a new woman. We need to find him a new woman, and I would like to apply. Because Jacob is sexy. I don't know what y'all think, but Jacob, he's pretty hot. He's pretty hot. But so is that AJ. I think AJ and Sophia would make a good couple. You know, they cute. But as far as did I say AJ? I meant ooh, that's incest. Ooh. I didn't mean AJ and Sophia. I meant Dante and Sophia. But yeah, I think Dante and Sophia. I can't believe I said AJ. I believe you know why I said AJ, because we was about to get on the conversation of AJ and Grace. But yeah, I think Dante and Sophia would make a good couple. As far as AJ though and Grace, I'm starting to believe there might be a possibility that he's really innocent. Like, at first, I was like, "Oh, this man, he really done robbed the pharmacy. He done told his mom, to lie, to give him an alibi. Now Grace is wrapped up in this mess. She's told she got till Sunday to remove herself from the pulpit and resign or, quit, or Philip is going to release the recording of her lying to the police and admitting she lied to the police, when she made up an alibi for her son, AJ. But even though, I don't know, because for some reason, Grace still believes him. Like, his sister even said, she told her mom, Grace, I found, the medicine. I found the prescriptions in his book bag. So he really did it. He really did steal the prescriptions. And so Grace was like, oh my God, and then Charity overheard that she lied about, the alibi and everything, and went back and told Philip, and she recorded it, by the way, as well, and then gave him the recording. Now, Grace, for some reason, when she was going back and forth with Lady May in this episode, Lady May was like, he's lying, he's a thief, he's da-da-da-da. And Grace was like, you don't know that. You don't know that he lied. So even though her daughter told her, I found prescriptions in his bag, the reason why I say he might be innocent, because don't that boy look kind of sick? Don't he look like he got a touch or something? I mean, I don't know if it's cancer. I don't know if it's lupus. I don't know if he's a diabetic. I don't know if he's I don't know. I'm just naming stuff off the top of my head, diseases that I hear about all the time. Somebody said it looked like he got the AIDS. I'm like, no, that ain't funny, but I'm like, he don't look that bad. I mean, he do look bad, but I don't think he look that bad. I don't think he got I don't think he got that. I don't think he got the package. I hope he ain't got the package. But yeah, some people are like, yeah, we think he got AIDS. He does look sick though. Like, maybe there's a possibility that he takes a prescription that's authorized by a physician, and that's why his sister Sophia found the prescriptions in his book bag. Have anybody thought of that? Because I just thought of that today, only because of the fact that Grace is still believing that he's innocent. So I don't know. She gave him up like 20 something years ago, when she was 18, fresh out of high school. She doesn't have no bond with him. She doesn't really know him. So it's not like you can say, well, you know how most people know when a child is lying? Like, I can tell you when my children is lying. I can just tell. And they could deny it for the next 10 years. And then I continue to be like, you're lying. And then one day they'll be like, yeah, Mom, it happens all the time. I'm like, did y'all do it? It'd be something so stupid. Like, who was the last person who did this? Who left the empty jug of juice in the refrigerator? It'd be something stupid. It wasn't me. I'm like, why is y'all lying? Like, you know, you left the jug, and I know it was you because you're the one who does it all the time. So some things you know about your children, you know, when they do certain things, but she has this idea that he's innocent. So, but I think he got something. He just, ever since we first saw AJ, when I first set my eyes on AJ, I thought something was wrong with him. Like, why he looks so, okay, he grew up in the foster system, then he got adopted, then he ended up in jail, ended up in prison, ended up in, you know, halfway house, then he ended up in Grace's, you know, care. But from the very beginning, he looked like not just broken from years of hardship or abuse or neglect. He looks sick, like he had something and not the flu. So I don't know, y'all, but I'm thinking that it's a possibility he might be innocent after all. But that scene at the end when Philip gave Grace the ultimatum, and so that Sunday when church, you know, when it was Sunday and Grace, you know, she was about to do her sermon, her son busted through the doors out of nowhere. They ain't seen no her no hear him. And he came through the church doors and she was immediately, you know, like stuttering. You know, she paused. She couldn't get her thoughts together, forgot about what she was preaching about and everything. And he came through the doors and then she was like, resign. She basically told the church, this is the last Sunday that I will be preaching here at the church. So I don't think Grace is going to go down without a fight, though. It looks like she is right now. It looks like she's, you know, done given up and she's just going to, you know, walk away and let Philip and Charity win because although Charity told her, I don't know what you're talking about. It's all your fault. You shouldn't have lied, Grace. Charity is a hater. Charity is a hater. She is a hater. Oh my God, Charity is a hater. Oh my God. I would hate to have a sister like her because I'm telling you, me and my brothers, we used to fight over less when we were younger. And even when we grew up, I think the last time me and my brother fought, and I got several brothers, but the one that I used to fight with, we was like, and it wasn't like all the time, but sometimes I think we just too much alike and we too stubborn. And sometimes we used to fight. When we was younger, we used to fight. Mom would never find out because by the time she got home, we'd been made up and life moved on, right? But the last time we got in a fight, I think I was 23. And we was banging. And my mom was there, was at my house, and we was banging. Boy, we was banging. And she couldn't break us up. She was up there now. Y'all know my mom used to be a really sanctified Holy Ghost stomping, rolling on the ground, spitting, speaking tongues, and all that kind of stuff, right? Before she passed away. So she was up there just praying and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, it was a mess. It was a mess. But yeah, me and my brother used to fight over less. This Charity, she done basically, set her sister up like that over some man that possibly doesn't even really want her. But she's all in love because somebody wants her. Her husband left her for a man, you know. Ari, he left her for another woman. And now she got this man, Philip, who's promising her the AP position at the church. And she just stabbed her own sister in the back. Me and Charity would have been banging while Grace was over that doggone desk yelling at Charity. I would have had Charity all under that desk. I ain't lying. I would have knocked her side of the head a couple of times with the Bible. Here's some Bible verses for you. Pow! Thou shalt not stab thou sister in the backeth. Yes, she would have got it. She would have got faded. I would have... Charity would have got it, boy. She would have got them hands, boy. I don't know, Grace. I'm telling you, yes, karma's coming for Charity. It's coming for her. And regardless if Philip really, really does care for her or if he's playing her, she's still gonna get that karma. That karma gonna be sweet and nasty at the same time. Like Miss Chalet, nasty. That karma is gonna be sweet and nasty. But yeah, and I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. But yeah, this episode was really, really good. At the end again, Grace resigned, from the pulpit. But I don't think Lady May is gonna allow that to happen. She was in the pews like, what is she doing? James, what is she doing? James was like, just hold on. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. But Lady May was steaming mad. She was steaming mad. But yeah, so we shall see, what's going to happen. AJ's back. I think he's going to give Grace and the entire family a full explanation of what happened. And I think that is going to hit Charity upside her head because, again, I have a feeling he's innocent. And now that Charity, once they find out he's innocent and Charity realized she basically, stabbed her sister in the back for her nephew who is innocent, I don't know. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode and the review. I hope y'all really did. Now, one show that I want y'all to watch on what am I watching? What show? I've been watching shows on Hulu, on cable, on Netflix. That show called Raising Dion. Now, I told y'all about that show several times. I watched the first season on Netflix. It's really good. I think, especially if some of y'all who like those superpower, supernatural TV shows, you would like this. I think you would like it. Try it out. Check it out. Watch a few episodes and see what you think, because I would like to review the first season with you guys. And I don't know when the next season will come on, but it'll probably be like 6-8 months. With Netflix is like 6-8 months. But yeah, it's going to be a spin to it, Miss Hall. Definitely. And I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait. I can't wait. But, and then there's 2 movies that are coming out really soon that I'm going to review too. One of them is Harriet Tubman. That comes out Friday after Halloween. And also, what is it called? Black and Blue. Yes, Black and Blue, the movie with Tyrese about the female black cop who she became a cop, and basically before she became a cop, they had asked her, was she, ready to be black or blue? And when they said black or blue, they basically means, even though we patrolling, your neighborhoods where you grew up and, where you have friends and family, once you put on that uniform and once you put on that badge and once you carry that gun, you are no longer black, but you are blue. You are a police officer, and that's the only color you see. Anyway, she witnesses a crime. Somebody was killed in her neighborhood, somebody that she knows, and they were murdered. And she witnessed it, and they tried to kill her. And so basically, she had to run. Now she's trying to save her life, and I guess she's trying to bring justice to the person that was killed before she's murdered. Check out the trailer, y'all. Black and Blue got Tyrese in it. I love me some Tyrese. Oh Lord, always Coca-Cola. Do y'all remember that? Some of y'all might not remember that, especially if y'all too young. Y'all probably like, who is Tyrese? But yeah, no, y'all should know who Tyrese is. But that commercial, that Coca-Cola commercial, when I first saw that, oh my God, I don't remember how long ago. Man, that was like the early 90s or something. And I saw his chocolate bus on that street bus, that city bus, singing that song. Whew. I was in love ever since then. Then when he came out, and singing and Baby Boy the movie, and oh my God. Mm, 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 mm. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay, y'all make sure y'all check those movies out too, because I'm going to review that movie as well. But yes, you're going to see Mrs. Hall. You're going to see Harriet. Yes, I cannot wait to see Harriet. And we just saw so many versions. When watching, the movies or the series or the documentaries on slavery and how they escaped to the North and the Underground Railroad. We done seen that over and over again, but I done said it before. I like those type of movies. I like to learn things about our history, even the dark and ugly. Some people don't like the dark and ugly about our history, and they be like, why they keep making these slave movies? How many times they gonna escape? How many times they gonna show us getting beat down? And I'm like, the way the youth is today, I think we still need to make sure that history is instilled in them. And, because there's always new things to learn. And these kids these days, we let them get too far off. We let too many decades pass without, them really knowing their history and movies like this. And one day it's going to be like, they don't. Who's Harriet? Harriet who? Who? Nat Turner who? Who? I mean, they like, what? Kunta who? Kunta Kinte what? He had 1 foot? What? I ain't never heard that story, But anyway, yeah. Hey, DC12. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Miss Hall, you said chocolate. Yes. And no shame, y'all. I done told y'all before, I love me a chocolate. Y'all see that seat behind me? I love me a chocolate, man. I ain't even lying. I'm not even gonna play. You say how he like in college. Oh, that's funny, Miss Hall, because I was talking to one of my sisters today, and she was on speakerphone, and she heard my son talking in the background. She was like, how's college going, nephew? And he said, it sucks. And she was like, oh, she said, you tell him he got a full ride scholarship and he better do. She was going, oh. He in the background laughing. I'm like, sis, he was joking. She said, okay, because we ain't got no coins to be paying for no college. I was like, oh, Lord. But yeah, it's doing good. He was like, it's going great, auntie. It was so funny. Y'all had to be there. She was on the phone just going off. Like, what? He said it sucks. He got that Buffett. That's Susan Buffett. If y'all don't know who Susan Buffett is and Warren Buffett, look them up. Them some rich people. Very rich. Warren Buffett, he's from here, Omaha, Nebraska. He still lives in the same house for decades in a regular old neighborhood, and that man has more money than anybody deserves to have. He was and still is one of the richest people out there. But anyway, they have college scholarships that they give out every year, and he won one this year. Full ride scholarship. So anyway, that's why she was like, what he mean it sucks? He better I was like, girl, he just playing. Calm down. Yes, rich folks. You said fine, just listening to the review. Well, thank you, DC12. It's always good to see you. But yes, y'all. But yes, that Tyrese, I cannot wait to see Black and Blue. I cannot wait to see that. I can't wait to see Harriet. So there's a lot of good movies coming out, And matter of fact, there's this movie I'm watching on Netflix. I just started, was it today? I think it was this morning. It's called, I think it's called Rattlesnake. And it's one of those, it's like a scary thriller movie, because I love scary movies too. I love thriller movies. So I just got into that one, but it's about a little a lady who was traveling by car with her little daughter, and they took what they thought was a shorter route. You know how those movies go. Y'all done seen Hills Have Eyes and movies like that, okay? So she thought they were taking a shorter route. Come to find out, she got lost, no reception, no GPS, no nothing. And while changing a tire because they got a flat, she had to pull over and change the tire. Her daughter was playing around. It's like a desert type of area they was in. Her daughter was playing around, and she got bit by a rattlesnake. Right? And so all of a sudden, she's looking around for help and can't see nobody, no cars coming, no houses. They just stranded and deserted. And lo and behold, she turns around again, and there's a trailer home. Just right, like probably 200 feet away from her, that was not there at first. And of course, she goes up into the trailer home carrying her daughter. I need help. My daughter been bit by a rattlesnake. And some crazy old lady looked like she's been dead 100 years. But she comes and walks up to her. Oh, I done treated several rattlesnake bites in my time. Let me have the little child. She takes the little child to her bedroom. The mother goes outside to finish changing a tire. She drives the SUV all the way up to the doorsteps of the trailer home, grabs her daughter, and while the lady is leaving with her daughter saying thank you, whatnot, the lady who helped heal the daughter, because about time the lady came back to the trailer home and she lifted up the pants on her daughter's leg. At first, it was 2 big old fang bites in her leg. I mean, 2 big holes, and it was bleeding and blistering up and all that kind of stuff. And her daughter looked like she was almost dead. She was turning gray and all this kind of stuff. About time she came back and got her baby, the hose was gone. The daughter was fine. But she took her to the hospital anyway. But before she walked out that trailer with her daughter to take her to the emergency room, the old looking lady said, "We'll settle the payment later." And the lady is looking at her, carrying her daughter, talking about, "We'll settle the payment later." She's like, whatever. She just ran, jumped in her car, drove to the hospital. She got to the hospital, and they was like, "Ain't nothing wrong with this child. Maybe she's dehydrated. Ain't nothing wrong. They looking for snake bites. Ain't nothing. The girl is fine." She's like, fine. She was like half past dead, and now she's fine, right? And so then, after the doctor walked out, they was like, "We'll be back. We're going to get a prescription, whatever." A black man just appears in the room, and he sits down and tells her they need to talk about payment arrangements. She was like, "I got insurance. She's pulling out I got insurance through my job." He's like, "No, I'm talking about the payment arrangements that you owe for us saving your daughter's life." And then he gets to talking about, she's like, "What is you talking about?" And he says, "Let me tell you something. You got till sunset to pay this payment, a soul for a soul." And she's like, "What are you talking about, a soul for a soul?" He said, "We saved your daughter's life, so you owe us a soul." And she's looking at him like, this fool crazy. She calls security. Security comes running. They looking around. What? And she's like, the black man, the man had just disappeared, right? But before he left, he said, "Let me show you what can happen if you don't do what we ask by sunset." And so basically, in a blink of an eye, her daughter went back to the position that she was in when she got bit by the rattlesnake. I mean, she was all gray and was basically dead, and her leg looked like, it was so gross. It was so gross. And so mom started freaking out. She's like, okay, what do you want me to do? So anyway, then I started doing something else. So I didn't get to watch the rest of the movie, but it's on Netflix. And I do believe it's called Rattlesnake. Matter of fact, let me look on here real quick because I want to make sure I'm giving y'all the right name. Let's see, Netflix. Now y'all see why I started doing reviews. Because I love stories and movies and TV shows and all kind of shows, scary movies, everything. Yep, I'm looking at it now. It's called Rattlesnake. Yep, that's it. It's called Rattlesnake. So if y'all interested in some thriller, check that out. You know, it's Halloween season, you know, and sometimes we get tired of the same old thrillers that we've been watching since we was 2. But yeah, so check that out if you like. But anyway, I just threw a couple of TV shows and movies out at you guys that y'all should check out. And don't forget, also, do not forget Raising Dion on Netflix. A great supernatural sci-fi. You will love it. You will love it. But yes, so anywho, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. It's 11:06. And I got to get up super early in the morning because I got to take my son to school tomorrow because he gets some work done on his car. So I have to get up really early in the morning. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Make sure you guys, if you have not already liked the review, this video, make sure you hit the like button, share the video if you shall feel free, and also if you are not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification button. Toodles. DC said, nope, no kind of snake pictures for me. Not my cup of tea. It's okay. I understand. So you probably was not a fan of Snake on the Plane with, was that Samuel L. Jackson? Who was that? Samuel? Was Snakes on the Plane? Am I correct on that? Oh my God. That movie was crazy. But trust me, I understand. I'm the same way when it comes to stuff like spiders. Like movies about spiders. Oh my God. I'm like, ooh. Remember that old movie Spiders? When spiders that took over the whole city, they was crawling all over the houses and I get it. I get it. But yes, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful night. To everybody who's trick-or-treating tomorrow with their little kids, please, please be safe. Please be safe. Remember to check the candy. Make sure there's no open candy. Make sure it's all safe for your children. Also, those out there who are not trick-or-treating that might happen to be driving around, make sure you're looking for the little kids. Please don't hit nobody's child. And also, for those of y'all hard-headed teenagers, don't go out there stealing no candy from them little kids, okay? Go to Walgreens. They selling candy 50% off. All the big, huge candy bags are 50% off. So please don't go snatching no bags from them little kids, okay? Okay. Auntie Tanya's begging you to be nice. But yes, it was Samuel L. Jackson. Thank you, Miss Hall. Thank you. I appreciate it. But anyway, I'm out, you guys. I'm about to get off of here. Again, I said bye like 3, 4, 5, 11 times. But for real this time, as usual, Primetime Squad. And I'm getting like a little stuffed up here. Y'all can probably hear it. I need to blow my nose. I ain't got no tissue near me. You guys stay safe. Be blessed. And I'm out. You said no kids here. You'll be giving out candy. I was thinking about giving out candy, but I got to work tomorrow night at the nursing home. So I'll give out candy at the nursing home because every year at the nursing home, the administrators, they buy bags and bags and bags of candy. And I call all my friends. I'll be posting it on Facebook. I'm like, come down to the nursing home. We giving out candy. Bring your kids. And all my friends, we bringing their kids up through there, getting all that candy. I'll be like, here you go. Here you go. Take it. So yeah, I get the pleasure of doing that tomorrow night, giving out candy. But you guys, please stay safe, have fun, and I'm out. Deuces. Good night, everybody.